Hello, incredible souls. I'm Frida Stoffer, and I have been working on our Thanksgiving spread. I started making some things yesterday, and I made a few things today, made 5 dishes today. And tomorrow, I think I have 4 or 5 more to make. The main ones, the turkey and the mashed potatoes and what are the other? Baked corn and baked macaroni. So that should do it. Okay, I've just put the giblets and the neck in some water, and I'm going to make my giblet gravy now. It's Wednesday, but I'm going to make that ahead. That's easy to make ahead, and I will. I'm going to make it today. The sweet potatoes are in the oven, baking for the sweet potato pie. So I'm going to make sweet potato pie today and apple pie too. Okay, there is my turkey broth from the giblets for the giblet gravy. There are the neck and the giblets already cooked. I'll chop them up really small and put them back in the gravy. And I'm going to thicken it with this quick gravy, delicious golden vegan gravy mix. Yeah, I'm going to thicken it with that instead of the old-fashioned flour. This will add flavor too. Okay, I put 30 turns of black pepper in, fresh ground black pepper. All right, and it says to stir them constantly until it thickens, and the lumps are disappearing. Ooh, I'm gonna need a bigger whisk because this one is getting too close to the fire. The sweet potatoes are already cooked and ready to mash for the sweet potato pie. I'm going to keep whipping this. Okay, there they are all chopped up. I didn't take the neck meat off yet, but those are the giblets. I ate a couple bites of the gizzard because I like cooked gizzard for some reason. Don't shame me. Okay, there is the little bits of meat I got off the neck, and I chopped it up really small. That big knife, the neck, the turkey neck. There it is. The gravy's done. All done and ready for tomorrow. I don't see any lumps. They all disappeared. It's not like that flour thing, flour slurry, that leaves it lumpy. Okay, there it is, done. Okay, this is the main ingredients for the stuffing. Sage, onions, celery, and croutons. That bucket is full of ready-made croutons, pre-made croutons. And I'm not sure what I'm going to put the garlic in. I think I might put a little garlic in there too, but mainly I want to put the garlic in the mashed potatoes. And I'm going to make, or I'm planning to make a macaroni and cheese, a baked macaroni and cheese with that. And I'm planning to make baked corn with that. I'm just gonna have heated green beans, and I'm gonna have 3 bean salad, and I'm making apple pie with that, sweet potato pie with these. I'm gonna peel them and mash them because they've been baked already. So I chopped up that whole stalk of celery and the 2.5 onions. This is part of it, and I'm gonna make it really tiny and fine in the food processor because I want it to be really fine. I don't want to bite into chunks of vegetable. I want it to coat, like season the bread. I don't want to bite chunks of vegetables. I'm going to put this halal chicken flavored bouillon in these vegetables with the butter. I'm putting a stick of butter in there, and then 2 of these bouillons. Okay, the vegetables are simmering. It smells amazing. And I did end up putting 3 cloves of garlic in. I just thought it needed it. And when these have cooked down a lot, then I will add the bread. I'm going to use probably some vegetable broth or vegetable stock in there. And here I've already peeled and mashed the sweet potatoes. Now I'm going to put them and process them to make them creamy in the food processor. Now they're cooked really down, really reduced. The liquid has been pulled out of the vegetables and it's cooking, sauteing nice and translucent. Now I'm going to add the liquid. And I don't know if I should add the breadcrumbs or the liquid first. Probably the breadcrumbs and then the liquid. So they're in. See if I can give them a mix. Get them all nice and mixed together. They're toasted by me, and now they will absorb this liquid. And I'm going to season it with sage yet. I like sage. Sage is my go-to at Thanksgiving. If it doesn't have sage, it's not Thanksgiving. I always go with the sage flavored ones. If I buy the box mix, I use the sage flavored ones only. I don't go in with any of the others. There. Taste from and liquid from the vegetables will go in to the bread cubes, and I will only add. The smell is so good.
It smells good, Mom. Keep up the good work.
Well, I'm trying.
It smells delicious. I can't wait to eat it.
That's a lot of chopping and work that went into this. Now, I'm using this organic vegetable broth. I think I found it at Walmart once. It's great value if it's organic. And I'm going to use it in there. Okay. I'm just going to add a little at a time because I don't really know how much. I don't want to overdo it. As soon as I think I have enough liquid in there, I will turn it off because it doesn't take much time to cook. Prepping takes long if you make it your stuffing from scratch, but the cooking part doesn't really take that long. Okay. I don't know if I need the whole thing or not. I'm gonna be generous for at least. Okay, I don't know if I should put a little more. It's really absorbing that liquid pretty well, and don't really want it to be mush, but on the other hand, I don't want it to be dry. I think it'll handle it. It'll go. Stop right there. Yep, that's good. Really good. I think so. That's the perfect amount of liquid. I'm going to turn it off now. That was enough. And now it will just sit here and absorb the flavor. Wait, did not forget the most important ingredient. If we don't have sage, we don't really have stuffing. And I'm putting that in at the end because I don't want to kill the taste, overcook the taste of the sage. Now it's finished. That was it. Voila. These are the pie shells that I'm going to use because they don't have any lard in them. Let me see if I can read that. Make it bigger so you can read what it has. Yeah, there's no lard in that. It has soybean oil, hydrogenated soybean oil, flour. Yep. My Ali asked me for sweet potato pie and apple pie. He wants those for dessert. So I'm attempting it. Okay, there is the 2 cups of sweet potato puree and a 2/3 cup of pure cane sugar, 2 eggs, and the butter is going in. Whole stick of melted butter. I'm going to beat that together. And I'm also going to add the vanilla, cinnamon, and this evaporated milk. It's a 3/4 cup of evaporated milk, so it won't use all of it. Okay, so I needed a 1/2 tablespoon of flour, all-purpose unbleached, which is what this is, unbleached white all-purpose flour. And that is a 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla. And I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and then I'll be ready to beat it. There, all I had to do was whip up the ingredients and put it in the pie shell. Now it's going in the oven. It said to bake it for about an hour at 350. And my oven runs a little hot, so I'm going to turn it down to 325 to bake. Now for the apple pie, I seasoned the inner side of the crust with cinnamon. And I'm going to start with 1. And since I don't have a top crust, I'm going to add a crumb to the top, some kind of crumb topping. So I'm making a basic crumb topping recipe. It has about a 1/4 cup of sugar, cinnamon, some vanilla powder, and it has a 2/3 cup of oatmeal, 1/2 stick of melted butter, and 2 tablespoons of flour, and that's my crumb topping. So it's gonna make a lovely little crust on top. Now, this apple pie filling is not very flavorful, so I put cinnamon in the crust, and then I'm gonna layer the filling in and layer in some more cinnamon for extra flavor, so it tastes more like a homemade pie. This sweet potato pie is done. All ready for tomorrow, ready for the big day. I started putting my pie pans on trays, and this tray is beat up because I put everything on this tray to bake, so I don't drop it when I take it out. Yeah, I sacrificed that tray to support other dishes when I put them in, so I don't drop it. Because last year at Thanksgiving, I dropped an apple pie when I took it out. Ever since then, this pan, I've been using it for other things, and sometimes things get spilled and burned on it. But it's okay, that's what I use it for. I don't use it for anything else. The apple pie's in, it's cooking with its lovely crumb topping. I think it needs to cook longer, it's not done yet. And there's the apple pie. That's the last of what I was planning to do today. Tomorrow is the big stuff. I decided to make my succotash tonight. And then I'll reheat it tomorrow because it'll taste better if it's been together overnight. I'm using baby limas, some vegetable broth, whatever was left from making the stuffing I'm using. And this is the corn I'm going to use. First I'm going to boil the lima beans for a while before I add the corn, using Fiesta corn. Okay, they're cooking. Now I'm going to add the corn. I need 1 can or 2 cans of corn. One can look like enough. I'll just get the extra can for something else. Yeah, I want to cook it fast for a little bit and reduce the liquid. There's my little timid friend. He comes to eat. My other cats do not like him. Shadow's hiding under the table back there. Midnight is over there. There he goes with a piece of pizza crust. He ran off with it. But yeah, he's so timid when he comes in here. I don't even know where Theodore is. Yep, this is my sunroom. It's changed a lot. When the weather got cooler, I came out here and to see what was still alive and what dried up. Because when I was sick in the summer and when I was sick with COVID, nobody watered my plants. Nobody talked to them or gave them any affection. So a lot of them died and had to be thrown away, and I was really sad. But I'm working on the things that are still alive, that are still surviving, and taking care of them. So, and I'm buying new ones too. Okay, it's done. Ready for tomorrow. I don't like it to have too much liquid. It's ready for tomorrow. I'm just going to put it in the fridge when it cools off.